There's a gleam, men. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam.
We're going to win the game, I guarantee. Is this fun or what?
This is why you lift all that weight.
Get the popcorn ready. Here we go.
Right now it's time to take a step forward. Get a hat on him every play.
Do not underestimate the power of the human will. Together, everything is possible. Together, our team, anything is possible.
Hey, let's go. This is football, man. This is why we're out here.
You cannot ordain someone to be a leader.
We got us. We don't need anybody. We got us.
It's something that's in your blood.
This doesn't light your firemen. The pilot lights out.
And the Browns have done it again. They are the AFC Central Division champions.
Ding dong, the bell rings, and who's standing at the door for the playoffs? The Kansas City Chiefs for the 5th straight year.
4-12 to 12-4, worst to first. How sweet it is.
The best way to be a winner is to stand tall and say very little, and let those deeds which you perform speak for you.
Light the ignition, man. Light the ignition. Let's get this rocket ship going up now. Go!
I was famous for that when I was in high school. Number 74, eligible, touchdown. They put a picture of it in the yearbook. Guy I worked for, his name was Ben Bracall. When I scored this touchdown, he gave me $5 for scoring, so I became a professional when I was 16 years old. Lost my amateur status. I wasn't a very good player. I used to tell people I played. Now what I do is I tell them I practiced. I practiced 6 years, and 4 in Buffalo and 2 in New England.
Number 57, Marty Schottenheimer, did it all when he filled in at middle linebacker.
They used to tie me with a sundial. Lou Saban was the head coach when I went to Buffalo as a player. I was intimidated by Lou Saban. He always had a frown on his face when any time that I was around.
Pass is intercepted by Marty Schottenheimer. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Buffalo Bills.
I was with the Steelers for about 6 weeks in a training camp back in 1971. Coach Noel ended up trading me to Baltimore, and Coach McCafferty was there, Don McCafferty. At the final cut, he came to me and he told me, Marty said, we're going to let you go. He said, we're only going to keep 5 linebackers. And he said, Marty, do you think you'd ever want to coach? And I said, there is no way in the world I would ever coach.
Lift your eyes. Lift your eyes to the next rung on this ladder. Reach up, stretch up, grab that rung. Let's pull ourselves up together.
I would never subject my family to all of the vagaries and all of the things that are a part of this.
Oh, it's a touchdown, Jimmy. That's a touchdown.
You end up in a situation where you struggle and fail, and maybe it's because you have a multitude of players injured.
David, you all right? What's the matter? Did you hurt your elbow? You gotta look at my elbow. Elbow. All right, let's go.
There's no chance that I would ever coach. And here I sit many years later.
I'll tell you why I do it. I've already confessed to you that I didn't play. I practiced for 6 years. Very little ability. Couldn't run. Reasonably bright guy, but I wasn't a good player. But I'll tell you what coaching is all about for me. I'm a teacher.
Every time that you're out here, we got to work at it. It doesn't happen. You either get better or you get worse. There's not a guy out here that stays the same.
If you ask me to describe what I do in a word, teach.
You need to make every tackle with your inside shoulder. Every guy should see the ball as it is being kicked. That ensures that you are onside. You're going to lead with your hands all the time. As you roll, as quick as you are, as you roll off, if you'll lead with your hands, you'll have control of the blocker.
The opportunity to take a player and to work with him and give him knowledge and an understanding of the technical things that are necessary to succeed in this business.
Yeah, and
point your foot back up.
Exactly. Point your foot right in his crotch and keep leaning that way.
To watch him go and do that, that's what teaching's all about.
Just ride you right by it. Let's work on your skill. Develop your skill. Get better. Get better.
I live vicariously through the performance of those players out there in that field. I never could do it myself as a player because I didn't have the skill.
What you want to do is this, D. Work through him, then you widen, and then you find three. All right?
In teaching a young player or any player the way to do something and then watching him go and perform in a winning fashion.
Derek Thomas rocking the quarterback.
A guy like myself with virtually no talent, you've embodied yourself in the mind and the heart of this player.
He's being chased, cuts outside, hit, fumble on the play. It's picked up by Kansas City. Derek Thomas, the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown!
That's me out there. And I don't apologize for it.
I think that there's a certain intensity about the 1985 Cleveland Browns, and I think that people in this community will feel that intensity. To me, this game is so much a product of the thing that goes on inside of you and between your ears.
You're involved in cloud support. You still must read before you support.
I'll tell you, our tight ends are screwing everything up right now. Come on, Clay, damn it.
You get knocked down, you got to get up. You got to get up. You can't lay around on the ground.
There's nothing to be gained of a positive nature from a defeat. Losing is indigestible.
Danielson pivots, he's going to throw. Deep down the left side, it's a touchdown for Clarence Weathers. And the Browns win it 35-33 and adjust your pacemakers back to neutral.
The great thing about that football team that we had was they never quit.
I tell you what, those people that left better come on back because this ball game is not over.
We developed an attitude.
Let's go. Hey, Barney, get him going. Let's move the ball.
Kosar fakes a handoff to Dickey, going to throw. Watts Sullivan deep down the left side. Slaughter open. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Browns! And the Browns are the AFC Central Division champions for the second year in a row.
Your performance today proves one thing. Talent may win games, but teams win championships.
Yes. That was the mentality that football team had going all the way back to the overtime six-quarter victory that we had against the Jets.
We've been here before. You remember? We've been here before. Not once, but twice. Now, third time's the charm. We are gonna win. We are gonna win.
Here we go. 37-yard attempt. The kick is up. It is good. The Browns have won the game. The Browns have won the game in double overtime.
And the Browns will play for the AFC Championship, folks.
When you work as one, nothing is beyond being accomplished. I've always felt that the worst thing that you can ever do is to arbitrarily set a goal that might well be beneath that which you're capable of achieving. So as we begin today, recognize we have one goal and one alone, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs, champions of the National Football League.
Want a piece of that championship? Put it in here.
The best way to establish a position of excellence is first to expect it.
Rob, are they holding you?
Already bases all over.
Don't let them hold you.
Yes, sir.
Don't let them hold you. Get your pads down and make a hole if there isn't one. When you climb a mountain, you take one step at a time. Don't go looking at the top. You end up slipping on your ass.
The snap, the backpedaling to Burke, sets, he looks, he guns a pass into the end zone, wide open, touchdown. And folks, we've got a winner in Kansas City.
Chiefs fans have been waiting an awful long time for this event. This is the first playoff game in Kansas City in 20 years.
You will. You believe.
Montana cocks his arm, looks right, no one there, looks left, goes to the end zone, touchdown!
One thing is now for certain, Lazarus is a Chief fan because the Chiefs came from the dead today.
Whatever you do in life, whether it's this or anything else, if you play with your heart, if you work with your heart, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
Hey, DT, let's go. 3 and out or a touchdown for us.
Running to the near side, he's hit again, there's a fumble, and it's picked up. It's Derek Thomas, who's running up the near sideline. He's gone.
Kansas City has the best record in the National Football League.
One of the things we're very proud of is the fact that we're the only team in the National Football League that has qualified for the playoffs each year in the 90s.
It's in the books. Kansas City Chiefs, 11-2, AFC Western Division. This is a good young football team, a football team that I am very, very confident we can get turned and pointed in the right direction very quickly. I've never been inclined to talk about rebuilding programs. If you're not interested in winning a world's championship, if that's not your goal, you ought to go into another business.
The .com idea of www, I looked at that as an acronym and said, wait a minute, that's www, we will win. www.
Her philosophy works.
You bet it does.
We got a big one. We
Get to LT, he broke a tackle. 45, midfield, down 45 and still on his feet, broke another tackle down the sideline. Needs a block, 25, 20, 15, 10, gone! Touchdown!
Let's go, Breezy.
Stands in the pocket, fires it down. Touchdown, Chargers!
First win here in 8 tries.
Congratulations, San Diego Chargers, you're a winner.
66,000, look at this place. They're going crazy.
See that? They're here because of you. And you and you and you. That's why they're here.
Plummer, ball thrown to the air, tip ball, intercepted! Why not the Chargers?
Why not us? Why not us this year?
These things don't come along every year.
Reese fires down the sideline. Gates has got him. He's open. 40 at the 30 at the 20 at the 10 at the 5. Touchdown, Chargers! Chargers are AFC West champions. First time since '94.
4-12 to 12-4. Worst to first. How sweet it is.
The bottom line is this. We're the San Diego Chargers.
You know this.
And we are number 1 in the AFC West, and we're going to stay.
Stay humble, baby.
I think Joe Namath one time characterized it by saying that you're looking for somebody to follow, and you'd like to think that the person you're following knows where he's going.
It's time to let the heart beat. Let's go. We got to go one play at a time. Let's hit him in the damn mouth. Let's go.
It's a matter of getting people around you to achieve a goal that is worthwhile.
We are going to have to go one more series. We got to go one more series. It's going to be a 4-down series. And we got to get it down and get out. Now let's go.
David the Zebra.
The real key for us in our business and in any management position, you take your idea and your goal that you think is very important, and you persuade the other individual that it's really something of value.
Together we can do it. Nobody can do it alone, but together we can do it. We got to play it one play. Let's play our kind of football, and we'll come out of it with a win. Let's go.
You can be wrong. That's the difficult part about this business. When I was in Cleveland, I was involved in releasing Sam Mills.
Let it go, baby.
We kept Bill Cowher in his place. We got the better coach, and the Saints ended up getting the better player.
We've come 2 games far. I'm telling you, to be denied. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's face it, we're in a people business. Unfortunately, maybe the general public doesn't always have the opportunity to see the face behind the face mask or the helmet. But we're dealing in a business of people.
A bunch of people had to step up today in the absence of some guys that were down or went down, and you did it. And that's the fiber of a team.
So many of the decisions that our players have to make, they have to be made in an instant.
I trust the quarterback.
First and goal to go at the 6. Montana takes the snap. Back to throw. Looking right. Firing a pass that. And leaping right. What are they doing? Touchdown Kansas City! Kansas City takes the lead with 8 seconds left.
You don't have the benefit of sitting down in front of a computer and plugging in some numbers and determine whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing to do. If I'm put in a position where we're going to have to take a chance or not, I'm generally going to go ahead and take the chance and give us an opportunity to win and not try to avoid losing.
Hell yeah, let's just go win the damn thing.
In motion. Breeze in the pocket. Throws the other side of the field. This is touchdown! Touchdown Chargers!
Early on in my coaching career, I thought I had to be fair to everyone.
If we get a chance, we've got to get Ozzie a catch.
We don't have one yet?
I soon found out that that wasn't the case. In the position that I hold, I can't always be fair to individuals because there is a broader responsibility to the benefit of everyone.
Those 2 little letters, W-E, we, those 2 little letters, U-S, us, they're powerful. They're powerful.
One of the examples that I've used in the past had to do with David Craig and Joe Montana.
Dave, make plays. You make plays.
Big handoff back to pass. Craig moves up. He'll arch a spiral. He's got Davis. A long pass over the shoulder catch of the 5. Touchdown! Spectacular play by David Craig.
David Craig came here and took us to a winning season.
There's the high snap. Craig gets it. Quarterback draw the 10.
Yes.
The 5. He'll go in. Touchdown! David Craig, ladies and gentlemen. And folks, we've got a winner in Kansas City.
The following year, we acquired Joe Montana. Now, that wasn't fair to David Craig because David Craig was the winning quarterback. But in reality, it was to the benefit of the entire organization.
That's why you're going to Hall of Fame, kid. That was a miraculous play.
Back to pass, Joe Montana. Looks right. Arches a pass. Into the end zone. A backpedaling, leaping catch. Touchdown! Montana Magic is back. Alive and kicking. We're going to the championship game of the American Football Conference.
This is the finest football team I've ever been around. I want you to kill them with kindness and dignity. Kill them with kindness and dignity. I think most people, they look at me and they say, well, Marty Ball.
No, we're not fooling around with anything. We're going to just mash them. Lindy, any thought about trying to run a little bit?
We're running the ball.
We'll start pounding the ball, and we're going to throw it on 3rd down, and I want every 3rd down to be 5 or less. Let's go.
We're going to keep pounding and wear them down. Grind them in the damn dirt.
We took the people available to us, found out what they could do best, and made every effort to give them the opportunity to do that.
Okay, you with me? Yep. We're going to run the ball now. Let's go.
When we started back years ago, we had Barry Word and we had Christian Okoye. We decided we ought to run the ball.
David Craig, hands off Christian, big hole, by the 5, hustling his way to the 2, to the 1, he's in for a touchdown! Christian!
Keep it up. Keep it up.
When we had Bernie Kosar in Cleveland, we threw the ball.
Has a man open, Withers, 30, 25, 20, Bernie Kosar beat the blitz.
Take that blitz and stick it up your Jerry Glanville.
And when we had Joe Montana in Kansas City, we threw the ball.
Back to pass Montana, sets up, pocket crumbling, Montana winds up, arches a spiral down the near side, over the shoulder, catch to the 10, touchdown!
I'd like to have one opportunity before I'm done coaching to throw it 50 times a game for a whole season.
Receiver throws it deep, got Parker, caught! Parker, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Tigers!
But then I'm not sure how many games we'd win. And the bottom line for us is win football games. It doesn't matter how you get it done.
We call it power. 16, 17 power.
Power roll. They got the guard around.
Double team block based on the front, either on the defensive end or the defensive tackle. The fullback blocks the end man on the line of scrimmage. On the backside, guard pulls and he looks for the first daylight. And if there's no daylight, he turns up in there and he makes daylight. Then the back starts downhill.
A cavernous running lane up the middle, down to the Tampa 10-yard line.
And LaDainian, of course, has great skills at running it.
LT 50, 45, 40, sideline 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
It's just old-fashioned football that goes back, to the 50s.
It's essentially a form of the old Green Bay sweep. It's not the outside sweep, but the off-tackle sweep.
It is my favorite running play in football, always has been.
Power O ought to be a good play if they're blitzing on second down.
We did it with Biner.
Give is to Biner, follows Max Block, got an opening, 40, 45, 50, Dolphin territory, 40, he could go!
We did it with Christian Okoye. I mean, that was always the big play.
Unbelievable.
Hand off Okoye, he's past the 10, he's past the 5, he chucks it, touchdown! Unbelievable!
On my headstone, it will say, Coach Schottenheimer, Power O. One play at a time has always been my theme.
One play at a time.
Let's go one play at a time! Lay it on the line! One play at a time!
We have that, noted in different places. I'm a big advocate of, staying in the moment.
17-14 Chiefs lead. A late hit on the play! A late hit by Derek Thomas! A penalty against Kansas City!
You play one play at a time in this league. And if you start getting involved in what was or what might be,
Who did that?
that distraction will probably put you in a position where you'll fail in the next one.
Hey, you got to forget it, Derek. Listen to me. Look at me, young man. You got to forget it. Look, Derek, I'm telling you something. You understand what I'm telling you? Look at me, Derek. You got to forget it. If you don't forget it, it'll gnaw at you. It'll take away your ability to do what you need to do in the overtime. Derek, we're right where we started before the game. It's nothing. We got a chance to win. We got to have you a solid mind. Now, Derek, listen to me. I know what I'm talking about, okay? Get it out of your mind. Let's get tuned up. In the course of any game, you never know what the most important play may be.
One play at a time, let's go. One at a time, one play, let's go. Blue 55.
You never know if the next snap will in fact determine the outcome of the game.
Settle down,
Just
keep playing.
keep our poise. All we got to do is keep our poise.
Absolutely. Fires in the middle, intercepted Chargers on the run. It's Nani Edwards, touchdown. Touchdown, Chargers.
Game over.
as the individual, may well have been the most important player on the field on that moment, on that day.
One play at a time. We got to take it one play at a time. When it's over, put it in the can. Get ready for the next one-on-one challenge.
right,
Let's
baby.
stand up. One play at a time. Let's get it.
If you had to pick one quarterback to win one game, John would be the guy.
And the Broncos are 98 yards away from where they need to go.
Actually, it's not even at the 2.
No, about the 1.5.
Clearly, it was a circumstance now where we were in a position to control our own destiny. They were in the closed end of the stadium, which is very difficult to hear. It was certainly advantaged Cleveland.
Watson right, Johnson left, Elway in the end zone and throwing it. It's complete. Winder dives out to the 7-yard line.
Elway threaded the needle for 22 yards, and the chains keep moving. First down.
And the pass this time is caught at the 40-yard line in Cleveland territory. First down, Broncos.
Steve Watson in motion. The ball was snapped early, and it ricocheted off Watson's hip. And the remarkable athletic ability of John Elway becomes self-evident.
Snap to Elway, and Elway's pass is coming and caught inside the 30-yard line.
At that point, I became concerned.
20-13 Browns. Mark Jackson in motion. The snap to Elway. The look, the throw, touchdown! John Elway has just thrown the touchdown to Mark Jackson, 98.5-yard drive.
It was the beginning of the mystique of Elway and his ability to come from behind. We're going to go to overtime, but momentum has clearly shifted to Denver.
Now it's up to Carlos to kick it.
You're either going to make it or you're going to miss it. You don't have, you don't really have any hand in it from the position that you're standing in.
To win it in overtime. Ball is down. Carlos's kick is on the way, and it is gone. The Denver Broncos have come from behind to win it in overtime.
There were many, many people who for the longest period of time said that it was wide. It's part of the lore and the history of it. I know one thing, it wasn't dead in the middle, but I don't doubt that it was good. Ernest Biner was the reason on that day that we were even in a position to tie the game. Had it not been for his individual performance, we would have been beaten soundly.
Mind-boggling. In 2 playoff games, that is Ernest Biner's 6th touchdown.
There was never any doubt in my mind that we should give the ball to Ernest.
Kosar reaches under center, Greg Riccozzi. Hands up the Biner on a draw. Biner inside the 5 to the 4 to the 3 to the 2. He's almost a football when the Broncos have it, but Denver has it at the 2-yard line.
Ernest Biner has played his heart out to have that happen. Unbelievable.
The way the play unfolded, the wide receiver was responsible for the corner. His rule was if the guy is off, then you go up the field and you block him. But what happened to the receiver is he wanted to watch the play. He took one step outside. Castile turned around, and he then saw the ball being run by Ernest. Ernest Biner never saw him coming.
He was so close to getting in for a touchdown, and there can be no consoling Ernest Biner right now.
All the little things, all the details make all the difference in the world, because had our receiver taken him and run up in the corner, the guy would have never been there, and Ernest would have walked in the end zone. My approach is referenced, I think, in what I refer to as the midnight rule. At midnight, the day of the contest, you put it aside. Whether you've won or you've lost, you put it aside.
As I've told the squad, they've got till midnight tonight to enjoy it, and then we move forward.
If I let last week's game affect me beyond midnight,
We have identified
that puts me in a position where I can fail to prepare myself for the next contest that lies ahead. My disappointment, frustration has come in the playoffs on any number of occasions.
The Dolphins fortunate to escape with a victory. Will continue on in the AFC playoff, and the Browns season is done. It is all over here in Cleveland, and the big gathering of 79,915 is silent.
Oh, my goodness.
Doesn't seem fair. He was so close to getting in for a touchdown.
Perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
It is up. It is short. No good. Lowry misses.
This is the season right here.
With 42 seconds left to go in the game, the placement is down. Elliott's kick is up, and his kick is up, and it sails wide to the left. No good. Glenn Elliott misses his third field goal of the game.
It is what it is. You can't deny it. You can't hide from it.
To win it in overtime for the Chargers. Kick on the way towards the uprights. It is no good. He missed it wide right.
Those are harder to get over because you don't have next week to get ready for. It's tough to deal with. Somebody once told me they were involved coaching in a Super Bowl and lost, and they said to me, Marty, believe me, it's far more difficult to lose in the Super Bowl than it is in a regular playoff game. Not having been to the Super Bowl, I don't have any sense of appreciation for that. Ultimately, the end of a practice, the end of a regular season game, the end of a playoff game, I look in the mirror and I ask myself a question. Generally while I'm brushing my teeth. Marty, have you done everything today you could to help your football team be better and give themselves a chance to win? And if indeed I can answer yes, I rest pretty easy.
I fly about every 2 weeks for an hour. It's about all I've been doing. I've
only got 12 or 15 hours in this whole offseason.
I'm going to get it painted next week. I'm just going to paint it up and keep my little 172 and be happy with my little putt around here.
Tires in good shape.
Brakes are okay.
Let's get some check on it. Fuel is clean. You got the other two tie downs, Gene?
It's very stimulating intellectually. Whether you're involved in planning a cross-country trip or in the monitorings that have to go with fuel consumption.
Check the auxiliary fuel pump, operating, and clear the prop. Clear. All right. Flying W, traffic, 29 November, ready to depart runway 1. 90 knots. Flying W, 29 November off 01, making right traffic, stay in a pattern.
There's also the ability to kind of be up and away from it all and away from the hubbub of the business that we're in.
To get a chance to be up in open space, that's an exhilarating feeling. Hello, Jerry.
Schottenheimer, you're getting out a little too far.
Well, I'm going to try to back up, but I know you need some help. The right tackle's leaning before the snap.
You always wanted to call a guy by his first name. That way you got an opportunity to get his attention.
Hey, Dave! Hey, Bill! Bill!
Hey, you doesn't set up the tone very well to plead your case.
Phil! Was that your call? Hey, Mike! Mike! The quarterback is bobbing his head and shoulders.
back is totally out of line. Have you warned him? I know him because I coached him. The guy, let me show you. It's here, here, here.
Oh, no!
Penalty flags are down.
I see you've coached both quarterbacks.
Huh?
I see you have coached both quarterbacks well.
Well, the other guy, yeah, okay, I will talk to mine, but I'm expecting, and I'm done talking to you about it. I ain't saying another word.
No, get the ball.
Raider week in Kansas City was different.
Chiefs fans have been waiting an awful long time for this event. The Raiders from Los Angeles, formerly of Oakland, one of the most bitter rivalries in the history of the National Football League.
The Raiders held a very special place in our heart in Kansas City.
The bastards got 3 points. Let's go.
I always felt like the Raiders were going to try to intimidate you. And I always told our football team, we may lose, but they are not going to intimidate us. We're going to go and we're going to hit them in the mouth.
First down and 10 for the Raiders from their own 6-yard line.
Hit in the end zone, the ball free. Safety, Kansas City.
Back to pass for Ranovich. Hit. Fumble on the punt.
Keep grinding. You're fighting your ass off. Keep grinding on them. We'll wear them down.
If there was one thing that the players believed, just stay close. They'll find a way to screw it up. And it happened that way. It was unbelievable. A couple of years ago, they've got the game won.
Jeff George wants to pass with an 11-point lead. He's going to shove it away. It's going to be intercepted.
They throw an interception. We run it back for a touchdown.
55 yards for a touchdown.
They've got to defend 70 yards of field.
Oakland 27, Kansas City 22, and only 11 seconds remains in the game.
Gerbach hits Rise for a touchdown. We win that game.
Got it deep. He's got a touchdown.
We had our day today. They had a rough one.
It's been a Raider haters delight. Kansas City bombs the Oakland Raiders. 13 out of the last 14 games of this storied rivalry.
I sleep very easy the night before a game. The quote, hay is in the barn, unquote, if you will.
That our flag was still there.
Congratulations, that was wonderful. Thank you. Let's build our house, let's go. This is a game of the heart. A game of being a man. Focus and finish.
What you're trying to do before you go out is to get them focused on something.
Boat's loaded, men. Let's roll.
On occasion, I'll get very emotional at that point in time.
Let's go. One play at a time. Let's hit him in the damn mouth. Let's go, team.
But I've never felt like it was something magical because, quite frankly, the moment you go out there on the field and get hit in the mouth for the first time, all that stuff's gone.
Third and 3.
The actual game day, it's a matter of making sure that you don't ever make a decision that might put your team in a position where they would lose.
Joe, we got to hammer him. Billy, are you allergic to zones?
Well, there's no doubt they're trying to throw the ball to number 80.
Watch the draw. Draw. What's the draw? Watch the screen. Screen. Screen.
George, boot. Slant. Quick pass. 1, 2, 3, boom. Quick pass.
I'm very emotional. I express my feelings at the moment.
There's a penalty marker throw.
And Marty Schottenheimer is going to get flagged for being 10 yards on the field. He was between the 10 and the 20-yard line while the ball was in the air. Boy, Marty better get off the field, coach of the year or not.
Get it right.
Poise. Keep our poise. Keep our poise. Keep our poise. Let's go.
This is our opportunity to get it done right now with the defense, the best in the league.
And nothing to say about that. You do it.
Pocket crumbles. Here comes Nickel. Elway escapes. Elway running to the near side. Throws a pass. Picked up by Carter.
We got a hole.
35-30. Breaks a tackle. 25. Cuts inside the 20. Breaks another tackle. Down the sideline. Through the defense. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Finish it. Finish it. Let's go.
Back again. Breeze. Slam pass intended for Cowboys. Got it with the 50, the 45, and the 40. He one-handed the ball. He caught it with one hand. Touchdown.
That's got to be the longest year. One hell of a job.
And I do believe the Chargers have pulled it off.
We indeed have a beat. It's a single heartbeat. That heartbeat rose up once again today. That heartbeat of the San Diego Chargers.
You guys stood tall. You reached down in the inner part of your gut and you did what had to be done. And I want to tell you something, guys. When you do that, there ain't nobody can ever take that away from you.
Since you said it all, we're going to keep this brief. We just simply say thank you. 13th Mark.
Thanks, guys.
I have decided to step down as head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs and step away from coaching.
I had an opportunity to be out of it for a couple of years, and I opted to come back. I'm glad that I did.
Let's go. On three. Let's go. Win on three. 1, 2, 3.
It's something that's in your blood. We are what we are.
Expect to win. Every time you walk out that door to play the game, doesn't matter the arena, you expect to win.
It's a very, very demanding business now.
Run your ass off. Do not be denied. Come on. Stay after him. Stay after him. Wear him down. Break him. Break him.
Not what have you done for me lately, but what are you going to do for me next?
We're wandering in and out of the huddle like we're out here in a damn practice. Pick the tempo up. Get in the huddle. Get out of the huddle. Get set and go. We're wandering around like a bunch of lost sheep.
I still like the challenge of taking the player one-on-one and imparting information to him that helps him play better.
Casey, look at me.
Santana Moss.
Look at me.
Dropping back for the Jets.
It's all about the next play. It can never be about the last play. It's always got to be about the next play.
And that knowledge with his skill combined makes him a winning player.
Breeze lobs. Fade move to the end zone. Touchdown. It's Gates again.
And that's me out there, Marty Schottenheimer, who never had the skill to be able to do that.
One play at a time. One play at a time for as long as it takes.
Oh, when you get to be 50, you can't do that.
I've got a grandson. And let me tell you this, he will get his first game ball before he is 24 hours old. God bless.
Did it cross your mind at all to just go fishing?
I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something. Now, you've been in the locker room, so you know what it's like. The one thing that makes this such a great game, you can talk all you want, but when you step across the white stripe, the only thing that matters is that 6 inches between your backbone and your breastbone. I am what I am. I'm a football coach.
And let's just remember one thing as we leave here today. Chargers heart.
Get tight, Sam. I can mean it.
Yeah, baby.
On 3, Chargers heart. 1, 2, 3.
Chargers heart.